Welcome back, everyone. This is Akanar here with more Elden Ring, where we have taken down our first demigod. Godric the Grafted has been defeated. It felt so good to get the victory, and I do believe we actually had the message demigod felled on screen, although it was covered up by a bunch of tutorial messages, which is why I didn't notice it at first. I only saw it in the footage. I'm assuming it says demigod felled. We didn't actually see it, so I guess we'll find out the next time we fell a demigod. But either way, we have a great rune, and it's a bit scuffed at the moment, so we need to take it to a tower, and that is going to be our main objective here in the short term. We're also going to be working on exploring the rest of Stormveil Castle, and also checking in with all of our different NPCs. There are going to be a lot of people, I think, who are going to be interested to know that Godric has been taken down, and maybe we might even be able to get to see two fingers for the first time? Question mark? Wasn't that part of the deal of getting a great rune? We'll find out shortly. First, we're going to start here with Gus, who has showed up here. I off camera warped away to check in with some vendors, figuring out how I'm going to spend my 26,000 runes, and came back here to start the episode, and the gatekeeper has showed up. I don't know exactly what he is doing.
What a pathetic excuse for a lord you were. Craven to the bone. Pushing me about like that, and after all that grafting, where did that get you? Look down on me, would ya? Godric, you filthy slug. Feel it, feel it, feel my bloody wrath.
That is amazing. This is what remains of Godric. I don't know if we probably would not have seen this after the battle. This is probably something that happens once Gus shows up here. But he is sitting here, standing here, just laying it to the man. Godric really has been. We really did a number on him. Where is the rest of his body? We really sent him in multiple directions here, I guess. This is funny. There's some real pent-up emotion that this guy has been holding on to for quite a while, and he's finally getting to let it out.
Oh, hello there. This weasel was... Godric was always looking down on me. He got what he bloody deserved thanks to you. I tell you though, what goes around comes around. He had an ugly heart, an uglier countenance, and met the ugliest of ends, eh?
He's really pleased. He's been the vengeance, the want for revenge has built up a long time with our buddy Gus. I guess I'm glad that I could be the vessel or the catalyst for that revenge finally getting an outlet. I don't think there was anything that we wanted to buy from you. We're not going to be spending our 26,000 souls with the gatekeeper. What was I going to say? Let's see if he has anything additional.
Now, I suppose I'm free. I can do whatever takes my fancy. Can I, mate?
Yeah, I also just remembered we never talked to this guy after he opened the gate for us. He sort of opened the gate like, oh yeah, I'm gonna open the gate for you. I'm doing you such a favor. And then we walk right into the onslaught of arrows. So you kind of, sort of, you know, maybe wanted to get us killed. Maybe it was not intentional. Maybe we shouldn't assume intentions there, especially because we did end up taking down Godric for you. Godric, I remembered as I thought about it later, he initially reminded me of something that I couldn't put my finger on. I talked about how the arena reminded me of the Gascoigne fight, but there was something else that I couldn't quite remember, and I think it's Ludwig. The fight, it's a different kind of connection. Ludwig was more of a, kind of a horse as the base creature. Godric kind of retains a human feel with just a bunch of weird appendages grafted on, but Ludwig kind of had the same thing, right? It felt like he was kind of an amalgamation of several things that had been morphed into this crazy, weird creature. Either way, okay. Just wanted to make note of that. So let's start. Let me peek over here at my notes and see where I wanted to. I want to level up. Let's do that first. I think I want to spend at least a fair portion of these souls leveling up. And I think we're just going to go ahead and slap a point into Vigor. We're still getting pretty good returns on Vigor, which I would imagine... I don't think we're going to do 2, but I just want to see... Yeah, that goes to 20, 26, 25, 26. It's adding a fair amount of HP each time still. And I think we're also going to keep leveling Faith. We do have a spell that requires 27. And I am guessing that we're going to get some improvement in our spells. Although I did kind of want to test this. I wanted to do a little bit of science and see. I'm not going to worry about that right now. We're just going to proceed knowing that Faith scales our spells, right? That's just a given. No real need to test that. There's the scientist in me that's always curious to know like the little details of how much it's actually scaling. But we're not going to worry too much about that for the moment. What I do want to do is we have a remembrance or a boss soul, which supposedly the finger reader has something to do with. So let's make our way up here to the finger reader as our first stop along our NPC sweep. That is not my horse. It's been a little while since it's been a couple episodes since we got to ride Torrent, and forgot how Torrent gets summoned. This is a bit of an odd path to get to the finger reader. There's no warp point as far as I can tell that is directly nearby, but maybe it's not that odd. It's just a little bit of a jaunt over here. I'll be curious to see if she moves at some point, whether she comes back to like the round table hold.
You, please, I can read them. Your fingers, please, your fingers. Oh,
isn't this what we had before? I think this is the same thing that she said before.
Oh, but only Stormveil.
So maybe this is not the finger reader that we're interested in. Which would... when the boss soul said... Let's look at the text again here. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the finger reader. This might not be the finger reader. This might be literally the finger reader crone, which is not the same thing as the finger reader. Okay, it doesn't seem like... I feel like she would have reacted in some other way if we could exchange boss souls with her. And also it would be kind of weird to have a boss soul vendor that's this far away from a checkpoint or your hub area. So why don't we instead... Let's head back to the first step, because one of the people who's going to be most interested in knowing that Godric has been defeated is going to be Vare. He's still super sus, of course, but he was one of the people. He was telling us quite a bit before about the fact that... Maybe I'll take a look at his dialogue. Check my notes here. But he had said several things. Challenge Godric the Grafted to acquire a great rune. Decrepit he may be, a demigod he remains. Worse yet, I hear old Godric's acquired a ferocious new toy to graft. We didn't know what that was at the time. Now we know. His new toy was a dragon. So, but then he also, Vare also said that this is, you must acquire a great rune and request audience with the 2 fingers in the inner chamber at the round table. The purported masters of the grace that guides your kind. So maybe we're going to get some more information on that front.
Oh, well done. Well done indeed. You bested Godric the Grafted and claimed a great rune.
I did.
My congratulations.
Thanks.
Now, visit the Round Table Hold for an audience with the two fingers in the inner chamber.
Okay, so that's what I was hoping. I was hoping that we didn't have to make the full journey out to... Man, it's foggy out. Going to the tower, wherever that is behind the fog here. Going to the tower to power up the Great Rune. It felt like just getting the Great Rune, even if it's a little scuffed right now, would be enough for us to get audience with the two fingers. Do we want to visit with any of the other NPCs? I might do that in a little bit just to see if there's... I have a feeling people like Yura and Selen are not going to be affected too much, if at all, by us felling a demigod. So let's head to... I might check in with them a little bit later just to see, but let's start at the round table because there's got to be some progression with various characters here. We'll just start with the ones that we are closest to. We'll check in with D.
What is it? Still milling about? The map indicates where
Okay.
the gateway will lead you to Garank.
Garank. So you're still on about Garank, okay. This guy, Dialos, right? He wanted us to track down... This is still the same. Lanya.
She's been my companion since... I've lost count of the number of times honestly.
I was thinking about what he said the other day and like, why is it that you're getting us? Why do you want us to go track down one of your servants? And is she really a servant if she's been a childhood companion? Ah, the door is open. The door is open. What in the fuck? Okay, we are going to take a closer look at that momentarily. But I think I might have seen the two fingers. All right, now, I will admit that one of the places that I warped to was the round table hold because I wanted to check in with the vendors here, and I did see that the door to Sir God... No, what was his name? Not Sir Godfrey. Godfrey was the name mentioned by Godric during the battle, who I presume, or I'm guessing, is his father. It's somebody related to him, I think. And possibly Godwyn is also related to him. We might have this... The thing that we saw in Dark Souls with Guinevere, Gwendolyn. We might have a similar familial situation with the gods. Either way, this guy is... Why am I drawing a blank on his name? The all-knowing, right? Gideon. There is a G. Sir Gideon. He has locked himself in, apparently. He was tired of us coming in and knocking over all his books and breaking his tables and chairs. You are still silent as ever. You know, I don't think I noticed this before. I don't think I noticed that you have... There is a skeletal arm that you appear to be wielding as a weapon. I mean, you're not wielding it at the moment, but you have it ready as some sort of a dagger or short sword. Huh. Making me think of Breath of the Wild using a... I never knew how to say it. Bokoblin arm. It only does 5 damage. It's not a very good weapon. You should upgrade that. The other person who has shown up here is it Nefeli? Nefeli Lu, I think is how she said it, who I am also presuming, I am, let me just look at my notes again here, but the person who was mentioned in the opening cutscene was Hora. Well, here's where the pronunciation gets a little, the narrator in the cutscene, I think, said Hora Lo. She says Nefeli Lu, but I think they're spelled the same way, L-O-U-X. Hora Lo, or Lu, is supposed to be chieftain of the Badlands. And that feels like her father. She mentioned that her father had sent her to the castle Stormveil. We didn't summon her for the fight, but her intention was to take down Godric as well. Maybe she'll give us more information. Let's just talk.
You again. I thought you'd receive a summons to the round table. Nefeli Lu. We met at Stormveil. I'm glad to see you here. I have something for you. I found it in Godric's grafting grounds. You were the one to defeat him, I would hazard. Make good use of it. I don't intend to make a habit of scavenging corpses.
Ooh, she gives us a charm. Arsenal charm. And I can see on the logo that that is a talisman. A charm. Hollow Knight, anyone? Arsenal charm. We'll check that in a minute, obviously. Actually, okay, I thought there was going to be more dialogue. Let's just check it right now. Let's go to our talismans. I like that we're getting a good collection of talismans. By the way, side note, one of the things I want to check at some point, I want to see this Roar Medallion. Does this enhance our Dragonfire? Does our Dragonfire count as a breath attack? I want to do a little bit of science with that. So, what did we pick up from Nefeli Lu? Raises maximum equip load. Yo, we got Havel's Ring. We got Havel's Ring. That bumps our equip load up to 68. That is a more than a 10% increase. It does weigh 1.5, similar to Havel's Ring in at least DS3. I don't remember what it was like in DS1, but it was pretty significant in DS3. So it kind of, I mean, it still is an overall benefit. The question is, how beneficial is it for us? It might allow us to equip the Uchi Katana and just have that permanently as our third equipment slot. Although I don't know if I really want that. I kind of like the ability to just go Finger Seal Spear or Finger Seal Katana, depending on what situation we're in. So we'll see. That's cool, though, to have the, what was it called again here? The Arsenal Charm. I'm probably going to call it Havel's Ring. Havel's Ring is in the inventory now. So let's go. What else you got for us?
Ah, yes. I wonder if you've met my foster father. He's in his study. The room Ensha's guarding just over there.
Oh.
If you haven't already, I advise you introduce yourself. Father is leader of the Round Table.
Oh.
I'm sure talking to him will be worth your while.
So Sir Gideon is her foster father. That's... Oh, she also said who... I might need to check that dialogue again. I think she said who's guarding the door. Let's see what else she has to say.
It's about time I headed off. I'll see you again, warrior, should the fates deign it.
So she's actually gonna... We're gonna cross paths with her out in the world again. She's not just gonna hang out here at the hold.
It's about time I headed off.
At least that's what it sounds like. Okay, I am going to very quickly pause and review that dialogue because I want to see exactly what she said, so hold on.
I wonder if you've met my foster father. He's in his study. The room Ensha's guarding.
There it is. Ensha. Okay. So we have a name finally for our mysterious character. Ensha. You do have a name after all. Nice to meet you, even if you don't want to really meet me. You seem a bit standoffish. All right. Nefeli Lu. We did not get any confirmation on whether there is a connection to Hora Lu or Hora Lo. But foster father, Sir Gideon. Very, very curious to know more of what's going on there. I don't know if we're going to be buying anything from the Twin Maiden Husks. We'll keep going through our NPCs for now because I want to get whatever other dialogue that we have, and then of course we have the main doors that have opened up, and we're gonna need to check that. It looked
Oh, divinity, have mercy and grant me forgiveness. The road is yet long, a god is not easily felled. But one day without fail you will have your wish. So please grant me forgiveness, Queen Marika.
Whoa, I was not expecting that. This is another bit of dialogue that I might want to review. Please forgive me, Queen Marika. Is she the one that chained him, I wonder?
You, is it? I didn't notice you there. I'll be doing my job, same as ever. Just lay out your arms.
I'm sorry if I interrupted something. I was already... We can ask him about the prayer. Okay, I do want to do that. I did also want to mention that I did come here to the hold, and I did talk to him, actually, because I wanted to just mull over some strengthening weapons and whatnot, and he did have a little bit of different dialogue. He had mentioned, I can look at it here, he had mentioned, now look at you. Those eyes tell a story of a challenger who's felt his mark, fine and well. Now lay out your arms. So he did react to us taking down Godric, but then there was something even more significant. Let's ask him about the prayer.
Those words were not meant for you. I may be prisoner to you, tarnished lot, but my prayers are mine, and mine alone. Well, I've had my say. I'll be more careful too.
I like this. I like that there is some depth to our blacksmith. Andre was cool. Andre was awesome. But we never got too much of a backstory with Andre, right? He was always just kind of like, let me give you some helpful tips, some hints on divine weapons and different things. And he was just very, very jolly and a great character. But I like that there's a mystery here to our smithing master Hugh that we're slowly unraveling. We'll ponder armament options in a bit, perhaps. Let's see if there's anything new from Roderica.
Greetings. Are you here for spirit tuning?
I'm a little surprised that she is not reacting to this, because that was like one of the main part of her character arc so far has been the fact that all of her brethren who went to the castle before her have become grafted, right? They were the victims. And we found that cloak that was in one of those rooms that had all the bodies. So I'm a little surprised that she does not have any special dialogue. I do want to do some spirit tuning, and maybe we can just take care of that right now, because we have all this this grave glovewort, and I think it doesn't cost that much in terms of runes. We got 12 glovewort. Let's just upgrade all of these, because I think we're going to be eventually trying them all out and seeing how they work. So let's just go down the line here. We've already strengthened the Banished Knight Engvall, so that's good to go. So now these are all ready to go, and we'll start using these more often when we have non-boss scenarios, where having the added help is going to be convenient. Would Fia have anything new? Probably not.
I am pleased to see you again. Would you like me to hold you once more?
We could try this and just see if the Baldachin's blessing is any different.
Come closer.
Like I had wondered about this, if the Baldachin's blessing could change or get stronger as the game progresses, or is it always just going to be the same effect? And also,
you are so very warm.
I also don't exactly remember what the Baldachin's blessing did. I remembered it. Oh, talk in secret. So I don't remember this. Was this menu here? Glad we did this. Let's talk in secret, just between you and me.
I was known as a deathbed companion. Where I come from, after I received the warmth and lively vigor from a number of champions, I lay with the remains of an exalted noble. To grant him another chance at life, to do so is the purpose of my being. But before I could bear the noble into new life, I was awakened by the guidance of grace and chased from my birthplace. Pray, be kind. Despite all that, I still wish to be a deathbed companion. So please, let me hold you like this, as often as it takes. Then good day to you, my dear.
I'm definitely glad we did that, because I was not thinking about the fact that her dialogue could progress as a function of how many times you've embraced.
I am pleased to see you again. Would you like me to hold you once more? The blessing is still aflame in your breast, dear. Would you like to be held? Regardless?
Yeah, we're gonna do this for science, because I just want to see if there's any additional dialogue. Sometimes you just need a hug.
Very warm. Then good day to you, my dear.
Okay, and that's it. All right, so this so if you just feel like you need an extra hug. Okay. All right, so her dialogue there was, man, I'm gonna have to review that as well. I really have a tough time absorbing every little detail the first time through. But she was talking about how she was a deathbed companion, or she became a deathbed companion. Man, I'm actually gonna look at her dialogue as well. Give me just a second here. Okay, so after reviewing her dialogue, she says she was a deathbed companion, and that she would essentially, it sounded like, as people were dying, as champions were dying, she would be with them on their deathbed, and she would like absorb their life force. And she did this for like several champions, so that she could, I think, transfer that energy to this exalted noble to give him new life before he died. But before she was able to do that, she was awakened by the guidance of grace. What does that mean? Not exactly sure. But we know that we have the guidance of grace. The rays of grace that that point us in the direction of where to go. So it happens. I don't know exactly what it all means. We're gonna have to keep thinking about that. But why don't we do the why don't we get to, I think that is all the people that we can talk to outside of going into the actual Two Fingers room here. The main chamber has opened up, and I already got a little bit of a glimpse. Oh my god, what the actual hell? You're the leader of the Tarnished? Okay, I can see it now. It took me a second, but I can actually see that there's like an actual like Two Fingers. The hair. And then the rot and decay, the like sores. Oh. Oh, okay. Is this the Finger Reader? You have a similar appearance to the Finger Reader Crone. My immediate reaction is that you might be the person that we go to talk to about boss souls. This is so fucking weird, though. I swear, man, this is the thing that Miyazaki and the FromSoft games are so good at, is they come up with these designs that are not like, they're not like over the top gross out factor, but they are disturbing, unsettling in just a very, very unique way. Can we actually talk to you? We can touch the Two Fingers. I'm not sure if I want to do that. Why don't we talk with, we'll talk with you first. I was taking a look at your staff here with all the bells. Can you please give us a little bit of guidance here?
Are you that new Tarnished? You've done well. I am Enya, the Finger Reader. I interpret the words of the fingers, envoys to the greater will. Look there. The fingers tremble to welcome you, Shardbearer. Let their wisdom wash over you.
Great Elden Ring, root of the Golden Order, anchor of all lands, giver of grace, wellspring of all joy. Until it was shattered, the tragic corruption of the Order has taken its toll. Across the realm, life lies in ruin, fallen to pieces. Foul curses and misery spread, unabating. But the greater will has not abandoned the realm, nor the life that inhabits it. So it is that the tarnished are guided by grace, called to act. Brave tarnished, your great rune is a handsome shard of the Elden Ring. Seek another of its kind to become Elden Lord and restore the Golden Order.
Let the words of the fingers guide you.
The sound of them moving around. It kind of startled me as I was taking a sip of water. Okay. So, there are some general themes here, like the Greater Will, the Golden Order. I don't know exactly. This is where my literalist brain wants to know, like, how these things exactly are defined. But I don't think we're going to get that. You kind of have to take, I think, a different mindset when you're dealing with Dark Souls storytelling, Elden Ring storytelling. There's some metaphorical stuff here, or stuff that is not meant to be thought of too literally. So you essentially, I think, have this idea like you would seek to link the fire and restore order to the chaos, the corruption that has spread. And I think that's what is being echoed with themes like the Greater Will, the Golden Order. And those are the forces that are guiding people like us, the Tarnished, to become Elden Lord. I don't know if this is where I still don't know if the Elden Ring is supposed to be like an actual ring that you put on your finger. I don't know if we've ever actually seen the Elden Ring or what it, like, we just know it's been shattered, but by whom and for what reason? Some details there I would like to know more about, but we'll see exactly how much we get that as things go along here. Either way, though, we know we're supposed to find more great runes, more shards of the Elden Ring. More shards, more better.
Well, I see. A remembrance of gold has found its way into your possession. Demigods and even the greater of the champions are hewn by the Earth Tree upon their end into remembrances. They are valuable indeed. These remembrances yet house the power of their former masters. And should you wish to wield that same power, well, I will lend you the strength of the fingers. Do not recoil from my offer. The fingers guide us all. And you, Tarnished, you are here to take, are you not?
I'm here to give as well as take. I'm definitely interested in some boss souls, though, and what options we can get from those. So, Power of Remembrance menu. I suppose we're using terminology that it's a bit more like Sekiro. Memories, remembrance, as opposed to boss souls. With the Power of Remembrances menu, you can draw out the power of a Remembrances namesake. Each can provide one power. Once that power is claimed, the remembrance will be lost. So, very much like boss souls, we get an option. We get two options, it looks like. And I guess I have to select this thing first so I can look at these two. Okay. We have the Axe of Godric. It is a great axe, and it looks like the skill is called I Command Thee Kneel. What a weapon art name. That's pretty cool. 34 strength and 22 dexterity. Probably not where we're going with our build. Let's read the text, though. Great axe wielded by Godric the Grafted. This golden battle axe is emblazoned with the figure of a beast, representing the strength of Godfrey, first Elden Lord, and patriarch of the Golden Lineage. There you go. It doesn't say exactly whether it's his father, but he is the first Elden Lord. How many other Elden Lords have there been? patriarch of the golden lineage, the golden order. I command thee kneel, for I am the lord of all that is golden. Unique skill, repeatedly smash the axe of Godric into the ground, unleashing 2 earth-shaking shockwaves. Ah, we get to do the earthquake move that he was pulling on us. Follow up with an additional input to produce a 3rd shockwave. That would be pretty cool. This one is free, technically. It just needs the remembrance. Let's look at the other one, which is Grafted Dragon. Now, maybe this one, it's a little bit more oriented toward us. It does take 16 faith, and it does scale with faith. It is a fist weapon, and its skill is called Bear Witness. I like that these skills have kind of a unique dialogue sort of name to them. I'm excited to see what the other boss souls are going to have. We would need 20 strength if we want to get full. Although maybe we can get away with just two-handing this. We multiply our strength by 1.5, right? When we go two-handed. So maybe this would be... I might just get this and just play around with it, because we're probably not doing the axe this playthrough. Save this for New Game Plus. The embodiment of the power that still remained in the dragon's head that was grafted to Godric's left arm. The wielder's arm will take the form of a small dragon, sprouting sharp dragon fangs at the fist. This weapon cannot be two-handed. Ah. Bummer. There went that idea. The unique skill is Bear Witness. Grant the small dragon a fleeting glimpse of life and thrust it skyward, spewing flames over a wide frontward area. So it's not the fire. It's not like the standard fire-breathing ability, which I guess we can already do with our dragon fire. But instead, it does that whole, like, meteor strike sort of attack. I will think about this then for now, because we aren't able to kind of utilize it right away, it looks like. But that's cool. We have our boss soul vendor. Tell me a little bit more about Great Runes. Looks like you have some dialogue on that front.
Ah, great runes are the stuff of demigods, the children of the goddess, Queen Marika, she who is vessel of the Elden Ring. Tainted by the strength of their runes, her children warred, but none could become Elden Lord. And so grace was extended to your kind, the Tarnished. Listen, the fingers speak.
The greater will has long renounced the demigods.
I like the voice change.
Tarnished, show no mercy. Have their heads. Take all they have left.
Indeed. But remember one thing. The demigods are each and all the direct offspring of Queen Marika. Godric the Grafted was but a distant relation, the runt of the litter. His divine blood sorely diluted.
Fascinating. So Marika is the vessel of the Elden Ring. The goddess Marika. That was something the opening cutscene mentioned, that these demigods are all her offspring, and they've all been sort of tainted by the shard of the Elden Ring that they have. Like, they only have a sliver of its power, and that has somehow corrupted them. Is that similar to what we saw with Godwyn after he had been killed by he had been assassinated during the Night of the Black Knives? We saw this in the story trailer, and then all the black ooze started coming out of his eyes. Don't know if those things are related, but what was I thinking about? So this felt when the two fingers there. I love how her voice changes. She's interpreting what the two fingers says. It's just there's something very funny about that. But it immediately reminded me of thinking back to the words from Dark Souls of Frampt talking about how these great souls have long outlived their usefulness. People like the Four Kings and the great souls that we had to take down in Dark Souls. That sounded a lot like this thing here with the demigods. The demigods have long strayed from the, was it the Golden Order or the Greater Will? The Greater Will no longer has use for them. Interesting. I think this is probably going to give me the same dialogue again, but...
The children of
yeah.
the tainted by the strength of their rule, and so grace was excess.
Yeah. The Greater Will has long renounced the demigods.
Show no mercy.
Yeah.
The demigods.
Okay.
The
And I like that Godric. He's basically not a demigod. He's just kind of like he's the uncle that shows up, the drunk uncle that shows up at all the parties. He, nobody really knows if he's related or not. So that's cool. Okay.
Now go forth. Let the words of the fingers guide you.
Okay. Dare I do this? Of course I'm going to do this, but I'm not sure if I should. Rapture. Okay. Well, I guess we're here in the room with the two fingers. We have to do this. Rapture. Oh my god. It's so dramatic. There is a bit of a make contact feel to this. Does this just stay this way? Oh god. This is making me think that this might be like make contact, where there might be some place in the game where you have to just use this gesture and then just sit there for 5 minutes. Am I going to do that right now? Probably not. But I'm worried that this is one of those things that I might probably going to need a hint or a nudge from my trusted advisors when the time is right. If there is such a thing. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Rapture. I just realized I still have the Baldekin's Blessing. Let's just... I don't think this is probably going to be the same thing that it was before. But I want to use FP to temporarily boost poise. This feels like such a weird ability. I'm just going to use it right now because maybe it gives you a shit ton of poise. And I'm just going to have to think about what scenarios would exist where you really need that much poise. There is a throne directly behind you. That's a curious detail. Why are you in what appears to be a throne room? Okay. Bizarre. Bizarre as hell. But we have met the two fingers, and yeah, I can see why there are questions as to why they are the purported leaders of the Tarnished. Okay, what are we doing next? I'm gonna peek over at my list here. I think what we're going to do, I do want to spend the rest of my runes, which I have a handful of left. We could get some spells from you. I think I also want to buy some arrows, just stock up on some arrows as another way to spend souls. So why don't we, the other option, we already upgraded our ashes, which, by the way, I should note, I finally remembered where I had read the name Aurelia. It was on the Spirit Jellyfish ashes, which we did get from Roderica. So, prone to tears, the jellyfish girl searches for her distant home. I guess that's not Roderica. Roderica's not the jellyfish girl. Maybe we will meet the jellyfish girl Aurelia at some point. Or does Roderica actually have two names somehow? I don't know. Maybe we'll figure things out eventually, but that is where I got that name from. Right, so I think what I'll do is I will just kind of mull over what I'm going to buy here for just a minute, and then I might also sweep through the other NPCs like Selen and Yura and just see if there's any new dialogue before we continue on with things here.
Ah, you appear to be... Well then.
Oh. Oh, what? Okay, what in the hell is this? I was just coming over here to check out War Master or Knight Bernal, whoever we faced before. I need to guard. And then the bell-bearing hunter shows up? The actual hell is this shit? Wow. Well, we're in for a fight. An unexpected fight. Can I use Dragonfire on you? Nope. Wow. I'm gonna fucking die. How in the world? Fire does basically nothing against you. Okay. I need to heal here. What in the fuck? The bell-bearing hunter. I was wondering. I was like, wait a second. I don't see Knight Bernal here. I'm supposed to have jump attacks being more effective right now. Totally an unexpected fight. The bell-bearing hunter. What in the actual hell? I don't have the right blast distribution for this, probably. Damn it. Okay. I see. I haven't really taken a close look at you yet. Do you have thorns? They look like thorns, but they're red. Are they bloody thorns? Okay. Is it going to be better to take you on? Let's get our runes back. I was like, and now he's gone. What the fuck?
There you are. Decided to bear the torch of my battle hearts.
Dude? Can we not do that fight again? Or did it only happen because it was night? Is this another one of these night-only things? And I don't mean Knight Bernal. I mean, like, day and night. I do want to buy some of this stuff eventually, but I just wanted to see if you had, like, additional dialogue. Is that what it was? It is morning now. Holy shit. I wonder if we have another nighttime boss. Well, we're going to find that out real quick here. What I want to do is I want to switch my weapon because I think I want the katana. I think when we're fighting against bosses that potentially can be bled, the katana is going to be a better choice. Whereas the spear feels like a good option to have against real tanky enemies who sit behind the shield. So let's... Fire didn't seem to be particularly effective, but we can also switch over. Wow, what a a complete. This is going to be this game probably. The Elden Ring is going to throw some curveballs at you sometimes that you are not expecting. I'm just in the middle of just going through. Like I had already checked with Yura and Selen. They didn't have anything new, and I'm like, I'll just check with Knight Bernal to be sure, and then we'll get on with the episode. But holy shit, I want to change spells a little bit here. We'll keep. I'm gonna say that Dragonfire. Man, I like the Dragonfire, but it just takes so long to charge up. We're gonna go this route, and we're going to switch over to. Maybe I will keep the same blast distribution. And now let's progress to nighttime. Right? That's what I'm gonna guess. This feels like another nighttime thing. Is this Knight Bernal? No, Knight Bernal is there. It's not quite the middle of the night. Does it have to be like past a certain time? Like, do we have to wait for the clock to get to where there's that little moon icon? It's going to take a while for that to happen. Okay, let's put a pin in this one, maybe. And finish up the rest of our... I was actually going to go back and talk to Vare one more time. Although, has Vare moved? I think Vare has moved. I forgot to actually exhaust Vare's dialogue, and that's what I was going to circle back around, but he has finally moved on. And there's a message here. Find yourself matinless? Off to Liurnia with you then. Seek the Rose Church west of the Gate Town. Getting a little bit of Z fighting here with his hologram. Find yourself maidenless. Off to Liurnia with you then. The Rose Church west of the Gate Town. Okay, well, so he is hinting that we need to head to Liurnia next. Huh. Oh, no, he gives us a bravo golf clap emote. Wow. What the hell? I want to fight that. I want to fight that thing again because I hate getting my butt kicked. But if we have to wait for a very particular time. Oh, here we go. So maybe it is just a little bit after nightfall. Okay, let's get on our let's get to it then. I could have gone a little more ham maybe. Didn't realize there was a final follow-up. No. Damn it. Fuck. Okay. So, got to learn the moves against the bell-bearing hunter. And unfortunately, it is going to be just like, I think just like the Knights Cavalry fight, where we have to do a little bit of, oh, it could be that we need to warp away. Maybe this is the key, is we just need to go to some other place, progress it to nightfall, and then warp back. It's a little bit annoying, but we can at least, I can live with that if that is how we take this on. So we go until nightfall at some other site of grace, and then we go back. Question mark. This also immediately makes me want to re-explore a whole bunch of places that we've already been. Okay, all right, we know how to repeat this fight. Okay, we're not going to spend the entire episode on this. We're going to limit ourselves to 3 more attempts. If we don't get it within the first 5 attempts, we'll put a pin in it, and we'll head back to the castle, because we need to keep on with the main event. But it does look like we can open up with some free hits at least. Ooh, wow. Can we get a backstab on you? Bro, that is a fucking move right there. Fuck me. Okay, you do seem like the kind of enemy that gives us time to actually heal, which is nice. But my god, that move just kept going and going and going and going and going. Now there's a follow-up here. Nope, there is. Wow. So I was looking for the red. This is the one we gotta be careful for. I was looking for the red follow-up. Oh, yo, that's like a Dark Wraith ability. Kind of. Yo. Dude, okay. I really like the armor set. Dude, this one feels a lot like Crucible Knight, that there are just so many different moves to deal with. How the fuck do you do this shit? You just gotta get good. It's a little annoying that we have to do things. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of rot resin though while I'm here. Rot resin? Root resin? We can't just go ham because there are combos and follow-ups to combos. And some really devastating moves. Jesus. All right, 2 more attempts, and then we will be moving on with our lives for the moment. It's also odd that he doesn't react at all. Knight Bernal, that is. He doesn't have any dialogue that deals with the fact that there is a fucking murderous spirit. Is he becoming this murderous spirit somehow? Because he's gone, right? He's not here when we... Let's actually... I just realized our trinkets. We did not experiment yet with the roar and the dragonfire attack, but I don't think we're going to do that for this fight. What I do want to do is maybe... I just realized we could... I don't know if horseback's going to be good against this enemy, though. I don't know if that's going to be a good way to go, because... Let's at the very least put on guard counters instead of viscerals. Because I'm not sure that we're going to be able to get viscerals against this enemy. Let's see about getting free hits here. At least get a couple free hits to open up. Too soon. I'm so worried about being at the end of my... Wow, and there's so much reach on that. Yeah, this is gonna take some learning. And we are fresh at the beginning of a play session, but I also was not really... I'm making excuses. I was gonna say I'm not really ready for a fight, but this enemy is just hard. It's just a hard enemy. And we're gonna get one more attempt, but these attempts have been pretty shoddy. So I don't have high hopes here. It's also very cumbersome that we have to do things this way. I really am not, so far, a fan of this. I do like the idea of nighttime-only enemies. It's an interesting dynamic, but it is not so interesting when they are such a tough enemy that's going to take multiple attempts, that the only way to get repeated attempts is to warp away to another site of grace and change the time of day there. That kind of zaps some of the fun out of it. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see here. I could probably go for a third attack. I probably need to go for a third attack. Bro, you're not supposed to be able to recover from that quickly. That is not fair. And the reach on these attacks, like, it's kind of absurd. And then, like, maybe I'm using the wrong attack. Like, I need to be just focusing on more light attacks that don't have as much of a, you know, a cooldown, because I'm finding myself exposed at the end of an attack. A little bit of latency there. I think maybe that's the answer, is that we need to go with more R1s. So, fuck, I'm up against the thing here. I want to heal. Hard to see the enemy right now. Lost my camera lock. Let's try this again here. I don't know if I was out of stamina there, or if I don't know exactly if I was out of stamina or if it was just a slow roll. No. Oh, did the fence save me? The fence might have saved me. Shit. God damn it. No, that's not the flask. Damn it. Man, I'm just getting a little frustrated about finding openings. Frustrating to find the openings against you, and I also deal so little damage, which kind of makes me think that this is not an enemy that we're supposed to be facing right now. I could focus on trying to do guard counters. Nope. Ooh, okay, that worked out. Was not expecting it to. Shit. Shit, why was I not blocking? Thought I could get away with it. Fuck. I need stamina. That's the only thing about going for guard counters is you're eating so much of your stamina. No! I thought I rolled, my god. Okay. Well, we got you down to 30% health, which makes me want to keep going, but I did say 5 attempts is all we're going to do for now. Bell-bearing hunter, motherfucker. Okay, interesting encounter. It does make me curious to re-explore other areas of the world at night. And maybe I will do that as part of my off-camera play from time to time. But what? God damn it. If this is you, Knight Bernal, it's probably not you. You're probably just going out for a smoke break or something. And you're missing all the action. Okay, well, as much as you all know how stubborn I can be and how much it bugs me to lose to a boss, how much I want to beat a boss, we are going to continue with our exploration of the castle because I do want to try, if we can, to wrap up Stormveil Castle this episode. And we need to get to it. And it does look like... No, Gus is still here. Okay, Gus is still doing his thing. What I wanted to see, I wanted to start here because we're going to switch back to the spear. Because I do like the spear kind of has a general use case weapon. And then getting the bleed from the katana against tougher enemies. Although it didn't seem like we were getting it against the bell-bearing hunter. Which, by the way, now that I'm thinking of it, we did get a bell-bearing from killing Patches. Are we being hunted by the bell-bearing hunter? Just like the kind of like the pursuer? Are we being hunted because we made the committed the grave sin of killing the wonderful, ever-loved Patches? I still have no regrets because fuck Patches. We can try to open this door. I was curious if this was going to be a part of the castle that we could explore or if it was just for show. And we immediately get the symbol, like we're in the hold, that we cannot attack. So that suggests that there is an NPC in here. Obviously, there is a throne. And look at this. I was just going to make mention of the loading screen that we just saw, because I've seen it now a couple times. And it looks like it is the same character. I think I might know who this is, actually. This is the same character that was depicted in that painting in the room where we found the grafted scion. And now that I'm looking at this again and I'm realizing that this guy is holding an axe that looks just like Godric's axe, I'm wondering if this is Godfrey. This feels like this would be Godfrey because it kind of has a similar... It's reminiscent of Gwyn. For whatever reason, I get this vibe that this is Gwyn, who they are. Like, I'm looking at what we would have seen in Anor Londo after taking down Ornstein and Smo. We would have seen this depiction of Gwyn, Guinevere, and nobody, who we'd later learned to be the Nameless King. Now, these people on the side are not as noteworthy as Guinevere was. They look to be kind of generic. What are they supposed to represent? They have these sprouts. Are they supposed to be related to the Erd tree in some way? Is that your tongue sticking out? Your eye is also... One of your eyes is kind of slanted. Okay. I think this is Godfrey. That's my guess, at least. We've got a fancy-dancy throne, just like we saw with the two fingers. Now, what else is there here? And why is this a place where we're not allowed to attack? There's actually quite a bit. There's quite a bit to this. It's more than just a single room. Now we are able to attack again. So now we're back into dangerous territory, potentially. Let's go back up here. It's so odd that they give us this. Unless there are going to be some NPCs here at some point. Or there is an NPC maybe that we haven't found yet. Checking for sus walls, but I can't attack them. Can only roll if there are any sus walls. Let's just be okay. Speaking of Anor Londo, you gotta roll into the statues to be sure. The statues and their candle shelving. I thought at first that there was fog in these little cubby holes. It's just a weird lighting thing. It just looks a little foggy from the distance. So this room is a dead end? Okay, why is there nothing in this cubbyhole? I thought, oh, this is going to be the sus wall. No, but I guess there's nothing in this one. Never mind. What is going on here? I guess there must be some NPC or NPCs that are going to show up here at some point, because we cannot attack in here, and I don't understand why they're giving us that restriction. We can jump on the throne. I am the Elden Lord. Okay, not yet. We got a ways to go for that. Let's see what's down here. I will put up my shield now that we're potentially... Is this going to be a fight? They wouldn't have a fight right after Godric, would they? Oh, there's an opening here to the side. What in the hell? I thought that was an NPC down there at first. Okay. There's a ladder. Got it. I was like, are we just dropping in? Are we just YOLO? We're just going YOLO here? There is a ladder. Oh, we've got our spirit here again. I think. Or is this somebody different? Yo, what the hell happened to you? Are you bent over backwards? Dude. That is unnerving. We can talk to you. I'll do that before I pick up the loot. Maiden, dear maiden, where are you? Please take my grapes. Excuse me? That's not something that's not a very gentlemanly request to make of a maiden. Take my grapes, hello? It's actually a Shabriri grape. This is a key item. So, Shabriri, that was one of the starting items we could have gotten, right? Shabriri's Woe, which was a alluring skull, if I remember correctly. So what the hell is this? It's next to Deathroot. Yellowing, oozing eyeball of the infirm. Oh my god. I see it now that it is, in fact, a disgusting eyeball. A oozing eyeball of the infirm. The surface is shriveled and the inside is squishy, not unlike a large, overly ripe grape. Give to the blind maiden to guide her to the distant light. Do we know a blind maiden? I don't think we know a blind maiden yet. Melina... Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Is this for Melina? Melina is missing an eye, isn't she? It's been a while since we've seen Melina. I wonder if she's going to show back up now that we have this. Okay. So bizarre. So bizarre. Why are you bent over backwards like this? I have so many questions. Alrighty, take my grape. He did say take my grapes, but we only have one grape. Oh, and there's a pathway outside. Wait, so there was a ladder over here, wasn't there? Wait a second, I'm turned around now. Where the hell... Did we come in this way? Wait, we did not come from the outside. I'm so confused right now. This is, I have to... We came down this ladder. Okay. Okay. There was another path out here that leads outside. And this is going to this far wall. Is it actually... Like, I've had this in mind. Are we actually going out to Liurnia Lake? We can use our horse. We've been here before. Yo. Yo, we could have just... Dude, that's sick. Huh. What a connection. Okay, I was so curious about the fact that this warp point is right here next to the castle. I never expected us to find an actual, like, connection to the outside. That is so cool. Huh. Alrighty, so, wow. There you go. There you go. Cool. We don't want to be... It's a great connection to make. I might just take another look around here because this was a very, very pretty area. And, of course, there's another tower eventually to... get to. We need to get to the first one though. The first tower that we need to get to is the one that is there an NPC here? It looks like there might be or that's an enemy. I can't target them. Oh, it's Bach. It's Bach. Well, we have to talk. Dude, we are getting some very unexpected twists and turns here in Elden Ring. I love it. Hi, buddy. I think I know who you are.
Good to see you, Master. Do you remember me?
Of course I do.
Bok, the demi-human. You helped me before and retrieved my sewing needle. Please, Master, allow me to serve you as your seamster. I can't make nothing from scratch, but I'm happy to make adjustments to your garments.
Oh. I thought he was going to be able to adjust things other than... This is so strange, this garment alteration stuff, because we can only alter the one piece of gear. It's a little disappointing so far, because I would think you'd be able to customize so much more in terms of, like, why wouldn't you be able to customize every single piece of armor? Okay, let's get more to your story. Question mark?
Master, I was wondering, do you ever make adjustments to your garb yourself?
Yeah, way ahead of you.
I would, well, rather you let me do the job when possible, please.
Okay.
Don't ask anything in return, you know, and, well, I am your personal seamster after all.
I guess. I just wish you could actually do more than what I was able to do on my own. That's kind of what I was hoping for, but I guess this will have to do. So you're our personal seamster now.
Oh.
Okay.
Going so soon?
Yes. I got places to go. I got castles to explore, my dude. I'm glad to have found you, and I'm you know, thankful that you've offered your services ever so kindly, but I do have to be on my way. Now, one thing I did forget that I was going to do was I was going to re-equip the Dragonfire. Put Dragonfire back on the bar here, because I do want to experiment with that with the Breath Talisman at some point here. We're going to leave our flasks the way that they are as of right now. And where we're going to go then, we have now explored this way. I wanted to explore to the very end of the castle, and sure enough, we did. We found some as always is going to be the case with this game, right? Unexpected things. Let's go back to... Oh, right. Okay. I do need to spend I needed to spend all of my my souls, because I want to kind of make a bit of a run for it here as we explore. There's a couple corners of the castle that I want to explore before we press through the courtyard on our way to the tower. So I am just going to buy... I already bought some arrows before I warped to Night Bernal. So I'm going to go ahead and buy 2 other spells here, just to say that we've gone ahead and bought. We'll probably make use of these at some point. We could have definitely made use of this during the Godric fight, but it's fine. And then we'll go and we'll be fully efficient with our soul spending here, and we'll buy a few more arrows for the road. And then we're going to make a run to a couple places in the castle. There is specifically a spot that was past what I've been calling the Night Sandwich. The Night Sandwich with the two, the one fire-breathing knight and the other banished knight. There was a spot that was beyond them that had a fog wall that I thought was the fog wall that we would have opened up with the Stone Sword key. Where do we need to go here? I think we're going to the Rampart Tower. Yes. Yes. I think we're going here. And I think we're going to be running... Let's see if I remember how to get here. There might be some silly science deaths involved in this, but we've spent all our souls, so that's going to alleviate that burden. But I think we need to make a run past these guys. I think we're going this direction. And there's like the drop down that goes this way. I think this is how we get to the Night Sandwich. Wow, I thought I was going to fall there because I didn't jump soon enough, but apparently it's pretty generous on all that. I'm presuming that these guys cannot follow me, but I actually don't know for sure. Got those stupid Stormhawks. God damn it. I was hoping I could just make a run for it and get away from him. But, alright. By the way, I think last episode, or maybe the episode before, I'm not sure which one, I had an encounter with a Stormhawk where I was so puzzled why I was getting hit. And I think I solved the mystery. The mystery had to do with me, not this way. We want to go... I think it's... Let me figure out where I'm going first. And we'll talk about... It was over here, wasn't it? It was this way. Yeah, okay, this is the way. So, what I think I was doing when I was getting hit by the bird is I was switching. I had my finger seal, and I was holding my shield like this, thinking that I could somehow switch to my spear and keep my shield up. And in the heat of the moment, I was not like, I had this idea in my mind that because we can swing with the spear like this and we can keep our shield up, that somehow the same thing happens when you switch your armament. That's not the case. Why did I think that? So I was switching to my spear and lowering my shield at exactly the moment that that stupid bird was hitting me. And it happened twice, in fact. So that was my bad. All right, let's make a run for it here. We want to go this way. And interestingly, we can run behind those guys without them hearing us. We want to go this way. No. Fortunately, fall damage is actually amazingly generous. This is the way, though, that I think I want to run. The question is, will I be able to run away from these motherfuckers? Because they do kind of have some dashy moves. But will they leash? Or are they going to be following me? One of them's following. I'm pretty sure, though, at the end of the line here was where we saw the fog wall. There was a fog wall, I'm pretty sure, over here somewhere. Here, it's still here. So there is a fog wall, and we need to figure out how we deal with that. That is the mystery that I want to solve. But it does, I think we have ditched at least the knight that was chasing us, hopefully. So that's what we want to, the mystery that I'm interested in here is how do we deal with this fog wall? They are going back up, question mark? All right. So what I had remember seeing was this drop down here. So why don't we go ahead and do this? The thing is, though, it takes us to, I think it takes us to the lower part of the courtyard, which eventually leads to the bridge that goes to the castle, right? So I'm not sure if it's getting us to where that fog wall is. So if we do go down here, let's go down here. Are we behind all of these guys now? We can summon here. Like, this does seem like a pretty prime... Okay, so over here is where we get to the bridge. I was going to say, this seems like a pretty prime place to try out our summons. And so I have several of them on the bar here, because I wanted to see if you could actually summon multiple of these. The description on the bell actually says that you can... Only one type of spirit may be summoned at once. So I was thinking, could you summon multiple types? If they're different types, could you summon, like, the Banished Knight is like in his own row, and then the Godric soldiers are in their own row? Are these like all different types and you could have multiple of them summoned? I kind of want to try. So we have no souls right now. So why don't we give it a shot? Let's summon the Banished Knight. That, of course, should take all our FP, right? Except we can't summon here because we are... Is this like we can't summon our horse when we're on the ledge up here? Let's try that again. There we go. Take a drink. It does prohibit me from summoning the others. Okay, so it's just one... It's not that it's one type. It's basically one spirit, period, that you can summon. Okay, let's try doing Dragonfire on these guys. Okay, not bad. Now, what happens if I throw on... What happens if I go with the Roar Medallion? How does that change things? I got a little bit extra, But I don't know if it was that much. I don't know if it's worth me. I don't know if it's worth having that medallion on there. Because it is really nice being able to charge up our health with the Crimson Dagger. So I might just keep that on by default. And now that we are completely out of magic, we need to proceed forward. We need to proceed forward with our spear for the moment. So let's explore around this area since we're here for now. We have the knight with us. I also think I noticed from the footage that... Hello? Oh my god. Okay. Anytime you want to jump in on this, Engvall, anytime. Oh my god, you are beefy. You are a beefy motherfucker. I really need to go with my... I need my, my sword. I need my katana. Hey, we got a visceral. Oh no! I think the knight knocked him out of the visceral. That's unfortunate. Shit. Wow, knocked us on our ass. Shit. This thing kind of reminds me of like the Sanctuary Guardian for some reason. It's really just much more of a cat than some sort of chimera. There we go. Okay, fortunately he didn't hit like super hard. We got a somber smithing stone, we got some beast blood and an old fang. So beast blood looks like it is crafting materials and old fang as well. So let's check those out. What I was going to say before we got interrupted by the big kitty who had a bunch of chains. That was a gnarly looking cat. What I was going to say was, let's read the items first. As is usually the case, I got multiple things I'm thinking about here. We have an old fang found by hunting carnivorous beasts. A rarely seen specimen of beast fang. These multiple overlapping fangs grow from a single root. Perhaps they're a vestige of the primordial crucible. There's another connection to this primordial crucible. And then we have beast blood. This glimmering blood never rots or decays. Fresh beast blood glinting with gold. Another connection to gold, golden order. Cool. What I was going to say is, I don't think... My knight is getting a little bit low on health here, but I don't think he's actually on a timer. I could be wrong, but I think the reason that my imps went away was because I left the area where they're able to be summoned. I think that's what was going on when I lose that monument icon. So it's not that they're on like some sort of... Because that would have been a pretty quick timer for them to disappear that quickly. And so far, we've had Engvall. He hasn't been flickering at all, so I think we've just got him until he dies. All right, let's go ahead and work on the rest of you all. Oh, I can't. I was hoping to get a backstab and get some health back. There we go. Start draining some health here. Like, this is the kind of situation where I'm not really going to lose sleep over having a summon along, because it's just a nice convenient thing. And also he's, you know, he can be killed. He can be killed eventually, so it's not like he's like making life a little bit easier, but he's not completely skewing the odds in our favor. There is still a fear of death, as there was with the big kitty there. All right, so these guys are still up here on these ballistas, and I really would like to just take them out. Don't want to be facing any unexpected murder here. If we can help it. So let's try not to do that. Any other... There might be another one up there. And I think then... Oh, this is actually blocked. I thought maybe this would lead... Oh, no, it's not blocked. Yeah, this does, I think, lead back up to the main courtyard. Okay, and those guys are standing guard up there. Let's finish exploring this little... I think this leads back down to the castle gate, right? We're heading back here to the front of the castle where we had walked in and immediately faced the barrage of arrows. Probably from those guys. But I feel like there were other archers or something here. Oh, one of these guys... They got a backup. The reinforcement came to man the ballista. I want to get a backstab on you because I want health. I might just have to settle for a guard counter. Except I'm a little too far away. I still have the jump attacks medallion on. Still have the jump attacks medallion. We don't get an immediate guard break like we seem to normally do with... That's the other thing about jump attacks. It feels like they leave you open if you're not doing it. If you're not doing it at the right time. But that could be just like an obvious thing that happens in a Dark Souls game. If you just go in and attack, you're leaving yourself open. I'm gonna switch back to my spear. It could be nice to use Havel's Ring so that we just have these on as part of our regular arsenal. I'm also going to switch to the guard counter. We'll keep playing with the jump attacks and experimenting with those, but I really do like guard counters plus the Crimson Dagger. It feels like such a great combo. I did not see you up here. Yeah, these guys... I feel like I definitely took that guy out before, but they had some replacements that came... They have contingencies. Contingencies for manning... There is a Site of Grace in there. A new Site of Grace, I think. So why don't we go get that? If I can do so without dying. I feel like there is a Site of Grace that is down below. Like, are we not right above where we met the Gatekeeper? This feels like where we're at here. I think that is the case. Yeah, I remember there being like a table, some chairs and stuff. So I think we're above where we originally met Gatekeeper Gus. A Golden Rune 5, cool. Oh, is there a lever here? Oh, this opens the gate, except we can't control it. But I think, this is my guess, is that this lever here would have been something we could have used to open the gate if we had not gotten the Gatekeeper to do it for us. Here's a little bit of a sniper spot. I might take the occasion to try to take you on. I don't know if I need my arrows medallion. Maybe I do. Quickly switch to that. Give myself some extra range. Boom. Got him. That does give you a significant bit of extra range. Whoa. Do we have cover here? I think we just barely have cover. Now, the question is, do I have the aim? Boom. Ooh. He moved a little bit to the left. You hit your own ballista, my dude. He turned around. Now I hit his ballista. Oh my god. No! He's turning around when the arrow is flying past him to hit the wall. This is so hilarious. All right, there we go. The archery game that we're playing. Good times. I'm going to top off here with an urgent heal. I don't want to respawn everything yet by sitting at the bonfire. I want to do a little bit more exploration. We're going to keep our guard up in case there were other folks manning additional ballistas that I had not yet seen, but it looks, I do remember looking over here and seeing like there was a way for us to climb up to where these guys were hanging out. What I was hoping, there is loot over here. A smithing stone. What I was hoping to find was a way toward that fog gate. That's what is still the mystery that is still puzzling me, is how do we get to that goddamn fog gate? Still looking for sus walls as well. Smithing stone 2. We have enough where we should probably just upgrade our... Just upgrade one of our weapons, right? There is a loot corpse here. Were we up here before? Were we up here before? Stormveil Cliffside, Rampart Tower. There is, I think, another piece of loot that's in one of the holes in the wall that we need to go get. We must have been up here at some point. And maybe that, or maybe this was what we just were running around when we went through the night sandwich. So we have this site of grace here. We also have now, we can go down and get the loot, I guess, that was at the front. We didn't get all of this loot before because we were being fired upon. It sounded like somebody drew a sword over here. But we're not being attacked, so I guess we're okay. Oh, we can get these other pieces of loot finally. Ballista bolt. Yeah. Checks out. Dude got run through with some ballista bolts. All right. Let's take another... Oh, there was a guy over here. I knew I heard a sword being drawn. I knew I heard something. Give me that health back. Now, was there a set of stairs over by this site that we just unlocked? Where was that again? It's over here, wasn't it? Over here. So was there a door beyond? Obviously, we could drop back down to where the gatekeeper was, but there was another... Maybe this is where I need to be going. No. It's just a piece of loot. Commoners, simple garb. So we could equip this. Maybe we're finally going to get an explanation here on what exactly it is that these guys are wearing around their necks. Garb with a modest cloth cape attached. Standard wear for commoners of the lands between. The board hung from the neck depicts a sprawling tree. Its roots and branches forming 2 holes. I was right, there is a tree here. This is a self-imposed shackle, a voluntary display of allegiance to the Erd tree that increases faith. Cool. Does it actually increase our faith? It doesn't do that, does it? It's not that cool. I don't think, so far, we have seen the cloak, which increases HP. So, who knows? We had that in DS2, right? I think DS2 was kind of the only... Was it the only one of all the FromSoft games where you could actually increase faith through, like, clothing? I remember you could increase faith and strength and things with, like, rings in DS3. But I don't know if you could have ever been able to do it with clothing outside of DS2. Even that I might be getting wrong. I might be misremembering. So that is a self-imposed restriction. They're shackling themselves in a way to show that they're faithful to the Erd Tree. Cool. So where do we go? Where do we go? What I want to do then, I think, is... How do we get to that spot? Let's go back here one more time. Now that we know we can ditch the knights, we know the knights don't follow us, we might run there one more time, run to that same spot. Have we activated this elevator? Not yet. That one is still... We need to get down to the bottom of this. Oh, I think maybe there is a door down in the courtyard here that we need to find or explore. We found it already. But we need to explore further in that courtyard. Let's take a moment here and we're gonna take on this knight. Man, that takes so much stamina. Still being a little bit too tentative with these guys. I don't remember their moves immediately. Or I wasn't remembering their moves immediately. What I wanted to do is I wanted to go out here. Oh, this stops here. But we can fall down. I think that's what I had realized. Before, I had been kind of stumped. We got to there was a loot corpse, which we can just barely see where it says Impaling Thrust. There was a loot corpse there, and then this break in the path. And I thought, oh, this is a dead end. But I hadn't thought to drop down from right here. Can I do that without falling to my doom? Yes. I think this is how we get that other piece of loot that we had left behind so many episodes ago. And it is a consequential piece of loot. It has that little purple glow to it. So we finally got there. What do we got? An arterial leaf. Okay, cool. That could be very nice. Wait, there's more up here? Did I see another? No, I'm seeing the moonlight. Okay. I thought I saw another piece of loot, but all I'm seeing was the moonlight kind of shining through on those thorns in a strange way. Okay, cool. Let's go back. I cannot check my map because I'm in combat. They don't let you just immediately warp out, which is probably a good thing. Doesn't let you just warp out of combat when the going gets tough. I had not tried to do so. Are you still going to count as me being in combat? That guy does not. Okay. So now I am allowed to go to the Rampart Tower, which let's do that. I should have explored over by the bridge to see if there was a site of grace over in that direction. Oh well, we'll get there eventually. We're trying to tie up loose ends here before we head to the tower. Trying to get some semblance of conclusion before moving on with our lives. See if we can do that. But I want to figure out this fog gate. I may be exploring in the wrong direction. Like it might not be, it might be some other, completely other part of the castle that we need to explore from. But I haven't yet figured that out. Okay, so this time we go this way. And we pretend the bird doesn't exist. Because eventually it gives up, right? Now, I guess I hadn't thought about... Was there a thing over here? This was where this dropped down to the... This is... Okay, right. This is where the the stone sword key opened that one door. There is a bit of a mystery regarding this area here in front of me. I can't look at my map because I'm still in combat with this bird. Dang it. I want to look at the map. But there's something about that area. We've seen the rats that are on the roof, quote unquote, of the spot where we picked up the whetstone, that cool whetstone knife. It is really cool that we don't take fall damage from that. God damn it. Hold on a second here. I don't think this is going to get me anywhere, though. I don't think this gets us anywhere. Because it does get us back up to this ledge. So this is one other way to get back into the courtyard where we just were. But this is the thing I don't know, is the fog gate here. It's somehow... I guess I can put like a... I'll put a beacon there to say that that's still kind of a question mark. Maybe it is also connected to that doorway. We need to remember there's like this part of the courtyard that we haven't explored yet. And I think maybe that's where we need to head. Let's just head there. Let's go to the lift side chamber. Because maybe this holds the answers to all our questions. We just need to keep exploring the places that we know we haven't explored yet. Let me quickly, before we go into the courtyard, which is to the right over here, we have this door as well, right? We have this door here that opens from the other side. So there could be a whole area that's just connected to each other, and that's connected to all these mysteries that we have been wondering about. Now, what I want to do is remind myself, where does this go? Because I had forgotten. I think this leads up to where we fought the jars, where we murdered Alexander's relatives. Were there any secrets on this elevator? That was another thing I didn't check. Let me quickly pull out my torch. Let's just check around, see if there's any secrets to be found on this elevator. I don't. It's a pretty short elevator. It doesn't look like it. But I had not been looking out the first time. So I just wanted to be certain there wasn't anything I was missing. Okay. Let's pull our shield back out. Now, I think I checked through the barrels on this side for sus walls. So this led out here. And then this, okay, yeah, and this goes through to where, this is where the jars are at. Okay. But there was another question mark. This connected to where we fought Godric. But the question mark was this ledge up here. It's connected somehow. There's an area that is up here. I think we probably just need to explore this area in the courtyard because there was that opening that went underground. And that may lead all of the spots that we're wondering about. They may all be connected to the same place. So let's do that. Because that's the big open mystery here. So let's head back down the lift. And we'll go into the courtyard. And we'll summon the Banished Knight Engvall. Just because he seemed pretty cool. I do kind of want to experiment with the others. But the knight seemed pretty badass. So why don't we'll stick with Engvall for now. He jumps right into action. He's like, no delay, no hesitation, just get me in. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to go. We can backstab this guy. Okay. we should probably try to take advantage of when we have... Oh! The Knight Engvall doesn't recognize viscerals. He doesn't recognize the opportunity that we have for viscerals. We didn't have to charge our health there, so that was fine. The troops are being summoned. The troops are being summoned with the... Why did that not... Whoa! Oh my god, there are so many guys on me right now. Holy shit. Why did I not get a backstab on that one guy? Want to get a backstab here if I can. Don't know why it's not giving me a backstab. Oh, they got a stance break on Engvall. Okay. Oh, shit. Come here. I'm supposed to be missing the backstab positioning. And maybe some of these guys can't be backstabbed while they're like manning these cannons. Wait, who else are you going after here? Oh, I didn't see you. It's a little dark out here, so it can be tough to see all the enemies. Magic grease, huh? Okay, let's see if we can sneak up on one of these guys. Maybe not. Guard counter. I'm hoping I can get... I want to get some health. I want to get some health back. Take advantage of my Crimson Dagger. Let's keep clearing out the courtyard. Use the last of Knight Engvall's health here. But I think we might have gotten everybody. Smoldering butterflies. These guys like to hoard the smoldering butterflies. Whoops. There we go. I think you have to get them to disengage from the cannon. That's not exactly what I was trying to do there. I was just accidentally too far away to get the charge attack. But I think that is the key, is they just don't take a backstab when they are too close to the cannons. I think actually I just noticed that Engvall was fading away. Man, there's so much loot here. I thought I had picked it all up, and still there's more. We picked up a pike. I guess let's check out the new weapon now that we've kind of cleared out the courtyard. New weapon. It's right next to the spear. A long spear featuring an especially lengthy handle specialized for use from long distances. It boasts the longest reach of any melee weapon. Incredibly useful even against foes on horseback, but hard to wield in cramped spaces. Charge forth is the skill. Quickly charge forward with the armament at the hip, carrying the momentum into a thrust. Hold to cover a greater distance. That, I think, is what we had in Dark Souls, or Dark Souls 3. I feel like that was kind of the default skill that you would see on spears. Cool. How much did it take to wield? 20 strength. Think about that one. Now, the door that I had found before was over here. This was the door. This was the place. And maybe there's our fog wall. I can see it takes a stone sword key. There are also rats here. And of course we have our beacon as well. We placed the beacon, and I don't think I actually saw that the beacon took hold. Okay, let's start exploring in here. I do want to check the rest of the courtyard as well, but let's wait for it to be daytime so it's easier to see. I was worried I might be getting a little too If I was getting outflanked by the rats. They jump back to avoid the guard counter. Alrighty. Let's heal. I thought this was a site of grace at first, but these are just like fireflies. They're glowing, but it's like, are these pieces of meat? I think so. It's still hard to tell, but it feels like this is a butcher's shop where the flies are out of control, but they're glowing, so they're fireflies. The hell is going on here? Because I thought we were getting a site of grace, and then nope. Some fireproof dried liver, and then a stone sword key, which I think I do want to use. We can buy, there's 3 stone sword keys that we can buy from the twin husks, and then there's one additional one that we have from getting Padge's bell bearing. So I think we're going to go ahead and use this stone sword key because we have access to quite a few more. So let's just open this up so we fully connect ourselves to what is going on here in the castle. We have a couple chests. Hopefully they are not traps. Okay. God Slayer's seal. It is a bow. I'm going to try to start looking at the icons here so I know where to look in my menu screen. Ranged weapons or catalysts. Got it. It's a sacred seal that we need 27 faith to wield. My goodness. It boosts Godslayer incantations. No idea what the fuck those are. Sacred seal of the Godskin Apostles, inlaid with obsidian. Said to represent the manipulation of black flame. This catalyst enhances Godslayer incantations. Black flame. I never really got to fully play around with black flame stuff in DS3. I do want to do that one of these times with a New Game Plus. There were some really cool weapons and spells that were black flame oriented. Of course, the Sister Frida fight. Black Flame Frida. So badass. So there are going to be black flame incantations is what it sounds like. And maybe those are the Godslayer incantations. Okay, that's a cool pickup that we can't immediately make use of, but we will at some point, I think. We'll see how Godslayer incantations scale, if they need arcane or anything like that. And this one is also not a trap. And a Godskin prayer book. I did not see if that was... I should have looked at... Key items? Okay. Give to a learned cleric to acquire new incantations. Can we give this to our guy back at the hold? Prayer book bound in supple skin. They do be loving the supple keyword here in Elden Ring. Incantations of the God-slain black... There it is. Black Flame and Black Flame Blade are written within. Can be given to a learned cleric to gain access to the following incantations. Yo! Okay, I do want to head back to the hold very, very soon and see if Corin is able to make use of that. It could be that we have to find somebody else. This could be one of these things where, oh, I'm not advanced enough to deal with Black Flame. So we'll see. But that is a cool little pickup. I think that was definitely worth the stone sword key, even if not in the short term. We were going to want to get that eventually, so good enough. Now that the sun is coming up, we're going to explore a bit more out here in the courtyard and see if there's anything that I missed. It does feel like we have been through here a couple times now. Wait, did we go in here? Oh, we did not go in here. What the hell is this? That is a very glowing painting. I do not like the look of that. That is immediately making me think of painted world material. What the fuck? Okay. This is okay, I just wanted to take a peek around to see if there was more to this room than just this painting, but I do not want to touch that painting this second. Have we been to this place? Actually, I think we have. No, this is the start of the game. This is looking from the rear of where we started the game. There's the waterfall. There's where we did the silly science spirit springs deaths. And of course, where we came out of the Cave of Knowledge up at the top of the hill there. And we see in the center of the painting, we see Castle Stormveil and then the Chapel of Anticipation. Still wondering how we get to the chapel. Is that how we get to the chapel? Through this? Do we have to go to the chapel through a painting? Okay, I do want to explore this more, but not yet. Oh my god, there's so much to this. There is so much to this castle. Let's keep looking around here. I totally walked right by that little entryway. It's good thing we are re-exploring. Getting the full measure of the place. What other stuff is hidden around that we have failed to notice? Get my torch out. What other stuff are they hiding here? What do they be hiding? That looks like it for this level of the courtyard. And then down here is... That's where we summoned the Knight Engval. I think the Knight Engval... We used him to take out these guys that were right here. Pretty sure. And then... Oh, there was some loot here, though, that I missed. We can grab that. Probably without alerting these guys, question mark? Some kukri. Cool. You know what? Maybe we didn't fully take these guys out. It's possible that we did not do that. So we will do that now, question mark? Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. That's what you get for that. That's what you get for smacking me in the face while I'm trying to have honorable one-on-one combat. Yeah, I think we just didn't explore this one little... Holy fucking shit, dude. Oh my god. Fuck me. Is there anything to get here other than fiery to the face death? Could I hit you with my bow? How in the world did I get hit there? Excuse me? I disagree. I do not agree with that. Where can I hit you from? Where can I hit you where you cannot hit me? That's all I want. It's just a simple request. There we go. We found it. He still managed to hit me somehow. Is there... Oh, there's like a delayed explosion on these, isn't there? I think that's what's getting me that I hadn't noticed. There's like a delayed explosion. So once they... I think. I don't know if I'm interpreting that exactly right, but we can at least, if we shimmy just to the right spot here, we can take this guy out without him seeing us, right? Okay, I think we're good. I think we are good. Now, should I use a storm? Can I actually get a one shot here if I use a storm arrow? No. God damn it. That's what I thought. I thought there was still like a... We're still not able to fully get the one shot on you. Who am I in combat with now? Motherfucker. These motherfuckers. Holy fucking shit. I noticed the music. I noticed the music was not back to normal. God damn it. Yes. Yes. Haha, suck it, bitch. That's what you get. That's what you fucking get. Who else? There's another guy here still. You all I can deal with. You all are not a problem. We can climb up here. Oh shit. I just happened to see this on the side. I was like, how am I ever going to get up to you guys unless I can climb up here? Oh, wait, there's an herb up here? What the hell? Okay. That seems super random. Now, oh, can we jump across? I do want to get the loot from that guy, but I think what we're supposed to do here is we're supposed to run and jump. Oh, that's sick. Okay, cool. So we can explore this little area. And then we can get up here. Oh, wow. Okay. Nifty. We get a St. Trina's Lily as well. A couple of them. Anything back here? Anything else stashed back over here? This is nice. Let's drink our cerulean flask. Cool. Oh, it was just the loot from this guy. Just a mushroom. I love that we are getting the complete exploration experience here. This is good. As long as we're staying alive. These guys are trying their best to take us down. But we are managing to survive for the moment. And we get an arbalist. I think we saw that in DS3. Check out the old arbalist. Another crossbow that I'm probably never going to use. Long crossbow made from composite materials, one of the largest of all bolt firing devices. Its limbs are more pliable than metallic ones, allowing bolts fired from this weapon to pierce even helms forged of steel. And every single one of these has a kick. You'd think I would be more predisposed to try out the crossbows, knowing that they have the kick. Oh, what's out here? I was thinking we might be able to get into this little opening here, but it looks like no. So it looks like this is just the way back down. Cool, so we get his loot, and we get Smoldering Butterfly. Cool, cool, cool. Let's just tie everything together here, because now I think this is the courtyard area that does lead over to the bridge. We do want to go there eventually. We're going to be doing some people running to get there. Let's let me once again try to fully map out. I think we have now scoured this courtyard. I think we can say the courtyard is... Dude, there was still more loot here. Yo, what the hell? Just a mushroom, but still, so much loot. So going into this area here... What am I thinking of? Was it this that I was thinking of? Oh. This might have been it. Except I think that's death. But I do now remember that we had looked out and we had seen another part of the castle that we didn't know how to get to. And I still don't really know how to get to it. How am I supposed to get... It feels like there's an entire section here that kind of like goes along this wall. I don't know how I get there. I do want to try and figure out this mystery because it feels like there is an entire part of the castle that we have just not... I mean, we can see there's items and literally a whole part of the castle that we haven't reached, but I just don't know. Oh, the painting. I just remembered there's the painting. Oh, shit. Okay, because I want to make some One of the things I do want to see if we can achieve is get to this tower today. So let's do that first. But we do need to remember there is that painting as well to explore. Okay. I hope we're not getting thrown into another painted world. Oh, God. Let's go to the Round Table Hold, because we did pick up this new book with miracles, the Blackflame miracles, and I want to see, is that something that we can give to Corin? Is he able to deal with this?
Ah, you appear to be doing well. Well then.
Give a prayer book. Yes, I would like to do that. Or don't give a prayer book. Let's give, this is the only person I can think of to give this to, so let's see if he'll take it.
That is a work of heresy.
Okay.
Its incantations bear no lineage from the Erd Tree.
So, no go?
Well,
oh.
I'll take it off your hands.
Okay, he did take it. And I immediately am wondering if this is like DS3. I hope I didn't screw up by giving this to him, because there were multiple people that you could give the darker miracles to. He was very hesitant about it, but he took it anyways. But we've had this happen before where it didn't turn out so well for it was a blind lady too, wasn't it? I don't know if this guy's actually blind or if he's just wearing a blindfold. Either way, Brother Corin has taken the prayer book off our hands, and we do have... Ooh, it does actually... We can use this. And it enchants your armament with Black Flame. And it only requires 17 faith. This one requires 20 to do a Black Flame Fireball. Dude, we need to get to 20 faith. Okay. We're going to buy this one right now because we can actually use it. And I want to equip that and use that. Let's do it. And then we can start saving for this one. It's not going to cost very much. It doesn't cost very much, so we could already buy it. We might just buy this magic fortification as well. Let's pop another 1,500 runes.
May the Golden Order shine through.
Okay. Hopefully you're not... He's still talking to us, so he's not too mad about the Black Flame business. Let's pop some runes. I want to sort these. And we want 1,600.
Further study of incantations, is it?
Ooh, his dialogue's changed.
Spare the time and applaud your enthusiasm.
Interesting. Okay, I don't know if that's because we've just bought enough miracles from him or because we gave him the Black Flame. But somehow we've progressed his dialogue a little bit. So we'll get this damage negation. So there's only one spell at the moment that we have to buy from you. Cool.
May the Golden Order...
All right, let's equip that shit. Let us equip. What are we going to put in its place? It's hard to say the Dragonfire has been a bust, but it has definitely been a little bit disappointing just because it costs so much mana. That's the real issue. At least if you're channeling it, and maybe I've just been channeling it too much. I kind of need more spell slots, if I'm being honest. Because I do want to have this. I want to have the... Oh, I just realized there are other offensive sorceries, support sorceries. There are other categories that you can go to here. Offensive incantations, support incantations. Okay, different sortings that they've got to help you get through your spells. For now, we're going to replace Dragonfire with the Black Flame Blade. And we will return to Dragonfire if it does seem pretty good against crowds. So when we're encountering a lot of crowds like we had in the courtyard, it's not bad. It's not amazing, but it's, I mean, it does take out crowds really well. But I want to try this Black Flame. So let's get out here too. Let's get back onto the battlefield. I want to make a run for it though before I do anything else. We want to just kind of run directly here. Do we do that from the gateside chamber? Why don't we see? I feel like this might end up with us dying, but this is the closest one to this checkpoint that is by the bridge. And I just want to see if we can make a run for it. Is that kitty still going to be there? I was kind of thinking that that kitty was going to be a one-time enemy. That took so much of our stamina. Holy shit. Their aim is pretty good, actually. Or is it? Maybe not. If we just people run, maybe it's not as good as I thought it was. Don't know if I'm taking the most efficient route through here. Shit. I'm looking for the kitty. I think the kitty is gone. Oh no, these guys are coming to life, aren't they? Are they not coming to life? There is a side of grace here. I should have gone through here before. Because my sense was that there was probably a side of grace. Those guys, I was like totally expecting the banished knights to come to life on us. But they appear to not do that. Which I'm totally okay with. Because 4 of them at once, holy shit, that would be... I would not put it past Miyazaki, though. Okay. Did we get a title? A title? My mind was not... I was laser focused on, like, Site of Grace and other stuff here. So I don't know if we got, like, a title to a new zone. I almost... Limgrave Tower Bridge. I almost just kind of want to warp... I want to warp here and just see what it says if it gives us a zone name. It says Stormveil. So it puts us back out here in Stormveil. Okay. Okay. Let's press forward from here. And also... Oh. Okay, so this is where this is going to be a little... If we want to use the Blackflame Blade, we have to have our implement in the other hand. Maybe that's okay. Should we get used to casting spells in the left hand? I don't know. We're gonna have to do it though if we want this. That's unfortunate. My system that I've got here is gonna be upended. God damn it. I want to try it out, though. Okay, it only covers the tip of the spear, but I mean that makes sense. What else would it cover? Wait a second. You're telling me it only lasts for 1 attack? Are you? Oh, or it just had a very short duration, and I happened to attack at the same time. No, wait, what? Hold on, let's test this. Let me just sit here and see if it runs out on its own. That can't last that short. What? Why is that so short-lived? What? Sag. The hell am I supposed to do with this? A Bolt Drake Talisman. I'm assuming that's going to be lightning protection. Dude, I am so disappointed right now. I am so disappointed that we're not able to mount our horse either. Maybe when we get out here. I don't have my shield up. What am I doing? Oh, these, I was calling them bones before because this part looks, it reminds me of like a vertebra. And so I thought that they were, I saw this part and thought, oh, backbone, vertebra. These must be fossils. They're more like big old stone armor fossils. I think I see one over there that's going to come to life. That's textured differently from the rest of the environment. We're still not able to ride our horse. I am so disappointed that this Blackflame Blade... What we need to try, though, we need to see if it does a lot more damage against, like, an actual enemy. So let's see if that's the case. I'm also going to test it. I'm also gonna we're doing a little bit of science here. I'm gonna make sure that I don't see why it would last a longer duration on different weapons, but we're gonna put it on the katana here and see. I mean, it looks so sick. Why does it have to like run out in like 10 seconds? If even that. It's like 5 seconds. That is so fucking short. Does it say that on the spell? I don't think I read this, did I? We didn't read either of the spells. I just saw what they were and was like, I want to try it. A Blackflame Incantation of the Godskin Apostles engulfs armament held in the right hand with black flame. This incantation can be cast without delay after performing another action. Black Flame is weighty. After dealing damage, it continues to sap foes' HP for a very short time. Okay, so we should try that. We should try and see what that is all about. Since we're going up against one of these big stone giant guys, I'm going to switch back to the spear. And we're going to rest to refill our mana before we keep it going here. And we'll try this black flame against the big giant. I'm assuming there's a big giant here that's going to come to life. We've seen these... What do we call these? Colossi? These big colossi have been out in the world. Oh, do I hear one coming to life already? There it is. He already sprang to life. He didn't even wait for us to... He didn't even wait to pull this... There's 2 of them. There are 2 of them, I see. There's 3 of them. Ow. That's a new move. So... Having to attack them without our... Oh my god. Okay. Ooh, that black flame. Okay, I see. Now, we got hit by the big... I'm not blocking. I don't have my shield. Fire attack? I was wondering if they had a fire attack. They're getting hit. The guy with the arrow is hitting these guys, so they're taking damage. That seems like the way to go, is to get him to attack them or us. And they do damage to each other, it feels like. Oh, fuck. I hate that I don't like the fact that this black flame... Shit. First of all... Okay, this is a bit of a scuffed setup right now. Shit. I want to be able to get a riposte on you, but I'm also going to die. So hold on here. This has thrown a wrench into my setup. I need to take this bow away. And we need to drink again. Actually, we need to heal. Shit. Thought he was done. I'm stuck. I'm not impressed by this black flame. It makes me have to have my catalyst in this hand, and it only lasts for such a short amount of time. Ah, disappointing. Okay, we're going to rerun this here because, man, I was so excited about trying this new spell out. I'm gonna have to think about what the use cases for this are gonna be. But I'm very used to my shield, and having to switch between the shield and this thing just to get like a couple attacks out of this before having to switch back to my shield, like that is so much juggling of equipment and armaments, which I could probably get used to doing, but not right now. So we're gonna go back to this, and then we're going to switch over to something else for our spells. Fire's not going to be great against these guys, I'm guessing. So we want to have, I do want to have a fireball, but let's also give ourselves, just give ourselves, oh, we can give ourselves fire for protection. Sure. We'll give ourselves fire protection. That seems fine. And maybe I will switch to, we'll keep urgent heal. It's fine. We'll keep urgent heal. Let's see if we can take care of these big boys. They do damage to each other, which is good for us. We might also be able to find, we might be able to seek cover underneath some of these side areas, like the guy who's doing the sniping with the bows. Not, what am I doing? I switched spells accidentally. Okay. So maybe up here is a spot that we can use to give us cover from the arrows. But we also kind of want to use the arrows to our advantage. Like getting the arrows to hit these guys. Kind of was surprised that that fire attack didn't hit us. Shit. Wait, is he... What happened? I feel like there was a riposte opportunity there that I'm not fully recognizing. It's a little unclear when exactly... Like, I think there's some sort of like a glowing animation. Almost like they're fire coming out of their chests, like when they're exposed. Like right here, I think there's a riposte opening. But I'm getting blocked by the other guy, and I can't quite get to it. So it's a little unclear. Let's see if we can take cover here. So that Guff the Great Arrow Archer isn't taking us out. We can do another urgent heal. Yeah, like I'd love to be able to get in. There we go. Okay, it was there. And that did like 4,000 damage. What the fuck? That was crazy. Shit. I didn't realize he was pulling his axe out of the ground. Okay, is he vulnerable? No, he's breathing fire. Oh shit. We might die. He was breathing fire at his feet. Holy shit. Okay. Let's take it back. Take a step back. I think we're out of range of the bow, so we can heal. And then we'll reapply our fire protection. Ooh, that was... He's closer than I realize. I need to be careful. Way too soon on the roll. I have the wrong talismans on, by the way. I do not have like a jump attack talisman or anything. Oh, that's the fire breathe. Let's get out of dodge here. I'm not gonna switch my talismans now. We're just gonna stay focused on this guy. But I was thinking like, oh, I should be using jump attacks. I should also be rolling at a smart time, which is not what I'm doing so far. What are you doing, my dude? What the hell are you doing? Yo, he has a backswing that you got to be mindful of. And he loves the old breathing fire between his feet. We can at least do jump attacks here. Okay. I don't know if this is... I mean, it's doing extra damage, right? Like, we're doing 400 damage instead of 200 or whatever. Oop. Should be just one more hit. We'll back off and wait for the fire breathing. Take the moment to heal. These guys are a fair bit more of a headache when you don't have Torrent by your side. Torrent really helps smooth out these moments here. I was kind of thinking they would give us Torrent. I was kind of thinking we would be able to do... We would be able to access Torrent here on the bridge. I really want to check out this weapon because I think we have a name for these guys finally. I just want to find a little cover first just to be sure that we're not getting sniped while we're reading the important lore here on the Golem's Halberd. It is a colossal weapon that takes 36 strength, my god. A great halberd of black stone, crafted by a civilization now gone to ruin, wielded by the Guardian Golem. These are Guardian Golems. We've seen these in quite a few places, but they seem to be concentrated here on the bridge. They were maybe designed to guard this tower. The ones that are still alive, this is the first time that we've had to face 3 of them at once. Okay, let's see if we can make our way now. We'll drink our cerulean flask. And we're not probably going to be getting... No, we did get a critical hit against one of them, so you never know. You never know if you might get a critical hit against this guy. What we want to do is maybe use this for cover before we make a run for it. I was wondering if there was going to be a splash attack. A splash damage, I should say. Looking for loot on the sides. Not seeing any at the moment. We just need to make a run for it here. Kind of guessing that this guy will switch over to some sort of a melee attack when we get close. But we'll see. He really winds up. Really does a big old wind up. Oh, you have a lot less health than your friends. A lot less health compared to your buddies. Oh, never mind. We got the visceral. That quickly. Okay, so the jump attacks, maybe if I had done them a little more consistently against the other guys, I could have gotten the critical against them as well. We get some great arrows for our troubles. Now, I was thinking maybe they'd let us summon Torrent after we had taken these guys out. No such luck, though. There's a divot off to the side here. For a second, this reminded me of that one spot near the beginning of Bloodborne, where you find the monocular. There is loot down here. I was thinking, like, there's a very suspicious little cubbyhole here. A warming stone. It looks like a crafting. No, this is tools. A warming stone. Use FP to continuously heal nearby allies. Oh. Ruin fragment, blessed with an incantation of the 2 fingers. This is a craftable item. Use FP to generate warmth, continuously restoring the HP of those nearby. It said that the Erd tree was once as warm as the gentle sun and would gradually heal all who bathed in its rays. Less useful probably if we're the only ones being healed. Interesting item though. Trying to see if there are any other little spots like that that I might have missed. I don't see any at the moment. We're gonna head forward because I do want to get to the end of this bridge. I want to get to this tower. But it is so dark and stormy. Look at this with the Erd tree. This is like the gloomiest that we've ever seen the Erd tree. I think it's just being masked by clouds as opposed to Like, does it actually change color? I don't think so, but what the hell do I know? Is this a teleportation? This has got to be what this is, because otherwise, how the hell do we get across? I'm going to look around just a little bit before I use that. Just want to see. Just want to see. Oh my god, there are items down there. I see there are items down there, but I'm not sure that if I fall down, if I'm able to get back up very easily. So I think I'm going to make note of these. We're going to put this here, make note of those for later. Because I'm just not, like, it's hard for me to tell if I am... My sense is that I cannot climb back up. And I don't want to go through... If these guys respawn, I don't want to fight through those guys again right now. What I do want to do is use this. I want to travel to another location, which is hopefully to the next section of the bridge. Or it's all the way to the end of the bridge. That's surprising. Okay, random shit dying. Cool. I see there's birds over here, and I want to explore the rest of this bridge, but first, I want to see if we can head inside this tower. We are at the end of this, aren't we? We are. Look at that. So it just warps you straight from this side of the bridge all the way over here. So I don't know if we're going to even get to explore these middle sections. But that answers the question of how we get across a broken bridge, I guess. Still cannot use torrent. Let's see if we can go inside. We have to be able to go inside, right? This is a very tall door. And it feels like it has... I'm not sure if this one is a tree engraving. It's hard to tell if it's any sort of an engraving. But what I do see is I see some sort of ooze or black fog that is... Oh my god. That is a freaky detail. It's almost like it's oozing out of the... It oozed out of like the cracks at the top of the door. Dude. Oh, and there's like some potential doors on the side. There it is, the Divine Tower of Limgrave. I wanted to take a look at this because it looks like there is some sort of a snake. And then you have a similar thing on this side. It's hard to tell if it's a snake or like a fish. It does feel like there are some fish tails here. Open sesame? Dude, look at the... Oh, that's just a shadow. I was going to say there's more ooze coming down the door, but it was just the shadow from the progression of the moon in the night sky. Wow, look at this. Dude, the atmosphere in this game is just unreal. What's going on with these up here? These like magma stones or something? Magma stones? I don't even know what the fuck that is. It just looks like fire. It's like what those guardian golems were made of. And then the starry walls. This makes me think of, there's a part in Outer Wilds that's kind of like this. Is it light coming through from the outside, or is the material... I think the walls are actually just made of this material that has this shimmer to it. And then you have... What the hell is this black stuff that is slowly oozing down through the air? Oh, this is sick. Up we go. This is a long elevator ride. Oh, I'm nervous, dude. Yeah, these walls are just glowing like this. This is insane. This probably calls the elevator if it's down. Can't quite make out what these are supposed to be. These engravings on the wall. But we do have Site of Grace. We have discovered, makes sense, the Divine Tower of Limgrave. And we immediately, it looks like we can immediately see 2 other towers. I do wish that I had the Breath of the Wild tech where I could just, you know, shake a slate, put a beacon on one of these towers from this view, and then be able to see where that is on the map. But I think they have consciously taken that ability away because they want there to be some mystery as to where to find those. They are out here somewhere. Who the hell knows? Are we getting close to where the Erd tree is actually rooted? Like, is this it right here? It's really hard to see. Like, it's so foggy. But isn't there supposed to be... There's supposed to be, like, a capital city that's around the Erd tree, I thought. Like, I can kind of make out some buildings over here. And that's... Like, isn't that where Godric was, like, kicked out of? Probably should have my torch out here. Whoa. Whoa. This is the same insignia from the rune, right? Yeah, Godric's Great Rune. This must be its benediction. I also kind of want to look at the... If I tab over here to Steam, and I just want to look at the logo for the game. It's a little different because the logo for the game does kind of have these 3 concentric rings, but it looks like there's a 4th one, and then it looks like there's a shard that's kind of like, the artwork is different. There's more to the game's logo, but this is in the game's logo, I think. Don't know what all that symbolism, how important all that is. Oh, I just noticed something else. Are these 2 fingers? Like we've seen now in the hold? This looks like the the 2 fingers. What? The birds watching from the distance. I'm anxious to go and touch that because part of me thinks there's a boss fight on the way. And also part of me wants to keep looking around. Not sure what else we're going to be able to see. I feel like that's... It's like a petrified 2 fingers. This is crazy. Okay. The music is doing such a great job at building the tension. Restore the power of the Great Rune. Great Rune restored. Godric's Great Rune. And we achieved Great Rune restored the power of a Great Rune. Raises all attributes. Raises all attributes. This Great Rune is known as the Anchor Ring, found in the center of the Elden Ring. Found in the center of the Elden Ring. The first demigods were the Elden Lord Godfrey and his offspring, the Golden Lineage. They were the first demigods. How were they all related to Marika? Its blessing raises all attributes. What exactly does that mean? Because I don't think our stats like vigor and faith, those are all the same. It looks like HP and stamina and FP are the same. But maybe some of these other stats like physical damage negation or something have been raised? What does that mean? I also see there is now down at the bottom underneath memory slots. Was that there before? But it looks like there's another little slot. I feel like I did not see that before. It could very well have been there and I just didn't notice it. Definitely not gonna put that past me. Okay, I'm not totally sure the effect of this just yet. And the fact that it says blessing raises all attributes. We'll have to see how that goes. But that looks like that is mission accomplished. The main mission. Which is we wanted to activate the Great Rune, and so we have done. There was no fight. Part of me was thinking there might be a boss fight, but we've done the heavy lifting by taking down Godric, it looks like. So I guess we kind of need to explore the rest of this bridge. So let's try to do that. Let's head back down and see what else there is to find, at least at this end of the bridge, and perhaps there's a way to teleport back. I love the atmosphere here in the Divine Tower of Limgrave. The glowing starry walls. Insane, dude. There may also be... We may want to check with some NPCs and see if that has any effect. The fact that we've activated that Great Rune now. What is the deal? I want to see if there's anything underneath. Oh, it is a pillar. It is just an entire... Okay, got it. Gotta see if there's any secrets, you know. Would not put it past them to have something on the... the bottom of this extremely long pillar elevator. Nada. Had to check. Probably nothing over the edges either. Other than kind of a cool view. A little bit. All right, let's explore the bridge. Wow. I'm really curious what effect this rune has had. Because it didn't seem like our stats had been changed. Whoops. Did not initially appear that way. So what has it done? Forgot to re-equip my bow. That guy was more aggressive than I was expecting. Are these Stormhawks as well? I wonder. I was kind of expecting him to be like just like the regular old birds over here, but first of all, he didn't die in one hit, but then he attacked us as well. So then I thought, oh, maybe he's like the Stormhawks. We can try a Stormhawk arrow, see if that does the trick. Nope. Anything to find here? I meant to switch back to my shield. They feel like a similar attack pattern to the Stormhawks. They're just not decked out in the same sort of armor, and they don't breathe fire, at least as of yet. Silver pickled fowl feet. Okay. And we are quickly running out of bridge. And we could still not summon Torrent, so, okay. Okay. Oh, there is loot here. There is a piece of loot hiding over here. Ha ha ha. Stormhawk feather. 5 of them. Cool. So they are Stormhawks. All right, I want to get that loot then that was at the other end. So it looks like probably there's no way to warp back directly. We have to go here. So let's do that. And we'll see if the big boys have respawned. If they have, this is going to be a little bit dicey. A little bit on the dicey side. But maybe they do not respawn? Or we can just... We can run so quickly. We can run so quickly. We can run so fast that they don't have time to really react. Shit. I just don't want to get hit by an arrow. One arrow. And then we go. One arrow. What the fuck? Those guys caught up quicker than I was expecting them to. Hold on here. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Alright. Drink. I'm going to presume that those guys do not follow. That would be rather dastardly. Oh, this is a blue item. Or purple item. An Ash of War Scarab. Let's get the loot and then make a run for it. Get the loot and get the hell out of here. Just in case. I don't think those guys are going to follow down. The Ash of War Scarab looked like it was under Helms. Ooh, soft cotton. Very, very important that we got that. Okay. Alright, I think we can take that off the map now. And we can warp back. Oh, we are in combat. It's not letting us warp. Dude is trying to follow us, actually. I might have to do the old, like, quit out and log back in. That's the way that we can hack this. Now, there we go. Okay, we're out of combat. Let's go back to the Limgrave Tower Bridge and take a look at the helm that we got. Was it really a helmet? It was. Ash of War Scarab. What the actual hell? Look at what it does to our damage negation. Whoa. Gray Scarab worn directly on the head. These scarabs roll clumps of ashes of war during their labors. Slightly reduces the FP costs of skills, but increases damage taken. I gotta see how this looks. This is like it's literally one of the scarabs that just rolls around and you get Ashes of War from. The hell? Why is this a hat? Can I not equip it? There it goes. What in the actual hell? Look at me, Mom. I'm a scarab. Well, we can really extend the use of our impaling thrusts and other such skills. We really do take a beating though in the damage negation department. We'll see how much that is worth. But I think that is where we are going to wrap up this installment of Elden Ring. An interesting episode. We did manage to achieve our main objective, which was reaching the Divine Tower of Limgrave, and we have now restored to power our Great Rune, which I'm not exactly sure yet how that's powering us up. I guess we'll figure that out in time. But it is at least the next step forward in the story that we needed to make. And we've got a few more things now on our to-do list. We've got a new fight with the, what was it? The bell-bearing hunter. Got to get good. We still have the tree sentinel waiting for us out here. Maybe it's time for us to head back now that we have a Great Rune and we're a little more powered up. We have more to explore in the castle. There is a painting that we need to check out. I was very hesitant to check that the first time because if you've seen any of my previous Dark Souls playthroughs, you know how much I love painted worlds. I really hope that's not what we're getting into there. But, and then we have to figure out where we're going next. It does feel like the game is trying to nudge us toward Liurnia as our next area. There's a few different places we could go, but it did seem like Vare has disappeared and his message hints at Liurnia, and also it just leads directly out of the castle into Liurnia. So we got some figuring out to do. And of course there's still, you know, probably tons more to explore at night if there are encounters like this hunter out here. Who knows what else we're missing by not re-exploring enough. We did not make it to the Chapel of Anticipation yet, so maybe we're not supposed to get there through some sort of underground tunnel. There is like this cliff over here. Maybe that connects to this somehow? I don't know. We'll figure out these mysteries eventually. This game is so much fun. And I'm still kind of thinking about the painted world and bracing myself for what might happen next episode. Tune in to find out. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.